RJ, I'm Anthony, the host of Raw Deal.
Nice to meet you.
We appreciate you driving out from Daytona to come tell us your story, so here's a token of our gratitude. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm born and raised in Daytona, 22 years old, graduated in 2007. I go to college there at Daytona State College now.
Nice. Do you have any hobbies or things you like to do on the side?
Fixing iPhones on the side is my hobby right now.
So how do you go about getting these phones?
Between online, Craigslist, eBay, stuff like that, I go on, I buy them broken, I buy them used, any condition that I can find them, and if it's something I can fix, I'll fix it. If not, I just sell it the way it is. Usually I make money off of everything I buy.
And so how long have you been doing this?
Maybe 10 months, and just slowly learned how to fix them and went from there.
Now, is this something you do completely by yourself?
Yep, by myself. I had a friend that taught me how to do it, and under his wing, I just kind of branched out and did it my own way.
Really cool. So have you ever had any bad things happen or any problems running?
I get up every morning, I get on Craigslist, I post a couple of ads, you know, I'm gonna fix your phone, if you need your phone fixed, phones that I have for sale. This particular morning, right afterwards, I checked the ads to see what other people have for sale that I wanna buy. Nothing was really exciting. I went out to run errands or go to class or whatever it was I did on that day. And later that day I checked from my phone on Craigslist and I found this ad that it was a $450 sealed box iPhone 4 and it was factory unlocked. So
you're thinking cha-ching,
yeah,
cha-ching.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, these phones aren't, you can't get them in the States before now. Now at this time, you couldn't buy a factory unlocked phone in the States, which means basically you can use that phone on T-Mobile, other things
on
besides
any,
AT&T.
Any carrier.
Exactly.
So it's a hot commodity. It's
Right.
worth some decent money. How
Right.
much do you think it was worth?
I got on eBay after I saw the ad to double check, you know, what I had thought, and it was worth upwards $750, $800.
So someone was trying to sell it for almost half that price.
Right.
Did that not raise any red flags? Were you suspicious?
It did at first. I had some questions, but the ad looked pretty legit. They weren't asking me to send them money through Western Union. There was a phone number, and they weren't, you know, they wanted to meet face to face.
So you went through with the transaction with this particular person?
Yeah, I set up, I called him, and he answered. I expected it to be sold. I told him, I talked to him for a few minutes. He said exactly what the ad said. He backed everything up.
You thought it was a legit thing?
Right. I was like, man, I'm really lucky. I actually called my girlfriend. I was kind of nervous. I told her, you know, this is exciting. I'm gonna make a lot of money if this is legit. I'm kind of nervous, but, you know, and I actually told her that there was a time I worked in this factory and I had access to a shrink wrap machine.
Okay.
And I had thought about, you know, people can shrink wrap things to make them look like they're brand new again. And that was the only thing that popped in my head, and I kind of pushed it aside.
So you go into, where were you supposed to meet him, a bank, I think?
I met him in a bank, yes.
So
I
you
met him
meet
in
him
a
in a
parking lot.
bank, and what do you see when he shows up?
I pulled up and I parked. I called him. I said, hey, I'm here. Where are you? He's like, oh, I'm here too.
It probably felt a lot better knowing that you were going to meet face to face instead of, you know, via the mail or however else you've done some transactions.
I would never deal through the mail, anything like that. Meeting face to face was what cooled
so that was the
anything.
only way that
yes.
you could do it.
Yes,
Okay.
That's what put everything behind me, you know, that made me think this isn't going to be a bad deal, you know, raw deal.
Right. So you show up to the bank and call him, and he's there.
Yeah, he's there, and he pulls up. Now, I parked where there's parking spots on either side of me. Normally when I meet people, they park right next to me, or I park right next to them.
Right.
He pulls up one row of spots behind me and facing the opposite direction. At first, I didn't think anything of it, you know. But I did think it was kind of weird.
A little suspicious.
Yeah, I was nervous. Now, I play poker. I've been an avid poker player, so I kind of can read people on certain things that they do, and I overanalyze situations.
So do you think that you were overanalyzing the situation?
I think that there were a lot of thoughts going through my head,
Right.
but things that I kept like putting down.
So when he comes out of the car finally and starts to approach you, what
He's
what
decked
impression
out.
did you get?
He's decked out in military uniform, head to toe, boots, everything. He looked just like G.I. Joe, and that's what the alias I came up with, you know.
Yeah.
And so I approached him, and he talked to me. Yes, sir. You know, he was very polite.
He really played the part well.
Oh, he played the part well. So finally he's like, okay, here's the phone. He hands it to me, and I had the $400 cash in my pocket. I hand him the cash, and like I'm holding the phone in my hand, and I turn around to walk to my car. And like I said, I buy phones all the time, so I felt that the weight was off. I turned around to say, hey, something's not right, and his car door's slamming.
So now, did he book it after you handed him the money, or was he just casually walking off? Or how did that all work?
I didn't hear running, and he was wearing boots, so maybe he got to his car rather quickly. We met right in the middle of the car, right in the middle of the parking lot, basically. Okay. So it was about an equal distance, and I was walking a lot slower with the phone. And so I ran to my car and didn't think about anything else except for I need to follow him.
So you got in your car in pursuit. This is basically a chase now.
Yes. So I jumped in my car and I'm whipping the car out. We pull out onto probably the busiest street in Daytona.
Right.
And he makes the first right that he sees.
And did you get lost in traffic, or were you right behind him?
I ended up being right behind him.
Okay.
So I cut out right behind him, like I said, not thinking about anybody. And he pulls down the first right, and so I pull in, and it happens to be a dead end.
And so now you have him boxed in, like a cul-de-sac, basically.
Yeah.
And you think that you're just going to walk up and he's going to hand you the money back?
I kind of did, yeah.
So how did it play out?
He goes all the way down to the end to turn around, and I took my car and I blocked the entire street. And I thought, exactly, this is how this is going to work. I'm just going to walk up, he's going to feel bad, and everything will be happy.
Were you nervous at all?
I was very nervous. So I opened the door, I got out of my car because he stopped, and as soon as I got out of my car, he punched it. And
where did he go through if your car had blocked the whole
I had
street?
A little bit of room back behind my car, and he goes at the back of my car, he jumps the curb, and
just kind of squeezes on by?
Yeah.
He didn't hit a mailbox or no damage?
No tree, no nothing. I don't know how he got so lucky, and he just peeled off.
I guess it was his day.
Yeah. So he peeled off. I turned around, and I actually chucked the box at the back of his car.
Right.
And I got the license plate as best as I could, and I pursued to go to the police station.
Now, when you went to the police station, were you the only one there that had that same problem?
I walked in and I talked to the cops, and as I was finishing up my report, I actually told them I had to go back and get the box because I chucked it at the car.
So, did you ever find that box?
I did. I went back afterwards and I got the box and the nickels. It was full of nickels is what he used to counter the weight, actually. So I paid $400 and I got myself a box of nickels.
That's pretty convenient for someone.
Yeah, and when I got back to the police station, there had been another kid that came in and had the same thing happen to him.
Now, did he get a box of dimes?
No, he had a box of nickels as well. And after all was said and done, it happened to 3 people. And like I said, I paid $400 for a box of nickels, and the cops confiscated the nickels for evidence, so I didn't get anything.
You didn't get your nickels.
Didn't even get my nickels.
So now you open up this Craigslist email thinking, or a post actually, and you think that this is going to be a big day.
Yep.
I'm going to make some money.
I'm going to make $400 today is what I was thinking.
And you lost it all.
I lost $400.
That is a raw deal.
That was the raw deal.
Well, RJ, we appreciate you coming out and telling us your story.
Thank you.
And now it's your turn. Go to myrawdeal.com now and vote for which story you think got the rawest deal. Will it be story number 1? Maybe it'll be story number 2. It could even be story number 3. The choice is yours. Go on myrawdeal.com and vote now. My name's Anthony Castaneda. I'm your host. Thanks for watching.